carport was over here behind his house. My carport was over here. I couldn't see my house. We was over there building a house
Toy box.
and toy box. And I heard something popping, and he said that's Irma burning some trash or something. And the next thing I know, here come a fella around the house, and the only thing I had a '71 Pinto car. He just burnt that son of a bitch up. Had a damn motorcycle, 350 Honda motorcycle, and old Dow, what's his name, was crippled man. He sold produce. He picked that son of a bitch up and rolled it out of my yard, keep it from burning. I lost every damn
Burned it.
thing I had. Well, we just, after Christmas, well, I bought the house. I give $11,000 for it, done a lot of work on it, and I had about 30 in it, and I never did change the insurance on it. So I lost my ass off that. Well, I bought Deborah's house down there. Had it redone, had it bricked. Kids all went to school one morning, and Greg or Richie, I don't know which one was, left a Levi jacket laying down on the floor on the carpet by the heater. And I went to work, Bonnie went to work. They called me at 10 o'clock, Raven did, a neighbor. Said, you need to come home. He didn't tell me why. I got there, I never seen many cars in my life. All I could see was just a stand-up brick and somebody fell in. Raven got my coveralls out of the back door. I had a back door to go into the washroom. His own store was open, and they was hanging on the wall. Got it, and that's all he got out of my house. It burnt. Lost every damn thing we had. Well, Sarah went to town and took Richie and Greg and Tony's size and bought them clothes.
Mm.
The shirt factory where Bonnie worked at made me pants and shirts and coats, but they never give Bonnie a damn thing.
Kathleen.
Yeah, I need to.
Kathleen,
Yeah,
Kathleen,
yeah.
they didn't give her nothing. They made me some of the nicest coats you ever seen, and pants and shirts, and she didn't get a damn thing.
Why's that?
Well, and I had $35,000 insurance on the house, the furniture, and I had about 50 in it, so I lost again. I said, this beats all I ever seen. But anyway, I went and bought me a trailer. I'll never forget it. It was in February. And I set it out there on that where that house burned. I was going to build me a house later, see. Set that son of a bitch up. Darce, Smith, and Buddy and their kids come to the house. We played cars, and it started snowing. Come a goddamn snow knee deep. So they stayed all night with us. We had I had a gas furnace. I had that son of a bitch wide open. And every goddamn stove I was on, and the gas stove and everything. And we wrapped up like froze death that night. I told Kathleen, I said, one damn thing about it, I'll never sleep in one of these son of bitches in the morning, wintertime. And when it got to where I could, I sold that son of a bitch and built me in a house out there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I bought Deborah's house then. That's what it was. I bought Herschel's house first time, and I bought Deborah's then. I damn lost, then about probably 15 years, I probably lost $50,000, $60,000. Then I had cancer when I was 36, and I had insurance. And me and Dennis was building houses, brother-in-law, and we had this group insurance that paid for our insurance, and that's all the insurance I had. And I had a cancer policy with Liberty National and had something else. Well, this boy kept coming by collecting it, and about 3 months later, well, Larry Weaver come by. He just kept collecting my cancer insurance. I said, how about my insurance? Oh, you ain't got no insurance. I said, what the hell you mean I ain't got no insurance? He said, Dennis dropped his 3 months ago, and that dropped yours. And boy, I grabbed that son of a bitch by the shirt collar, and I was fixing to tear that damn head up. I said, this son of a bitch come and got my money every month for 3 months. He said, don't worry about it. We'll get your money back. I said, no, I tell you what I'm going to do. I want you to fire that son of a bitch, and I want you to call him right now, and I want to cancel everything I got and what money I got coming to me. I want it. Well, I got about $3,500 out of my cancer policy. 3 months later, I had cancer. And I went to work for Charles Markham, but I had insurance with him. And what I done, I fell off a scalpel. The board fell with me, and I fell straight down on my feet. Well, we got through that job. I was up there at Milam. Charles said, I'm going to have layings off for a week or two to get another job. So I was helping Chester, not Chester, Elmer and Dennis lay shingles up there at Massville on the house.
Hey, baby.
They was doing the inside, and I was putting shingles. I like one row, and it was getting
I'm sitting
quitting
out
time.
at Paige's patio talking to Paige and Pop.
All at once, I started hurting so damn bad I couldn't hardly stand it. I had to lay down on top of the house. I called them. I said, "You boys, come get me down. I'm dying." "What's wrong with you?" I said, "I don't know. I'm dying." They got me down off the ladder. Elmer
Really?
climbed down the
Well,
ladder with me on his shoulder, and Dennis was holding me, coming down with him. I said, they said, we call ambulance. I said, no, just let me down the yard. Let me lay here for a few minutes, see how I'll do. Well, about 10 minutes laying there in the yard, I feel good. Quit hurting. I went home, took a shower, had cooked supper, eat supper, and I was laying there on the couch.
Me and Paige camped out in the yard last
I tell
night.
you what, I ain't never hurt as much my stomach as I ever hurt in my life.
Pretty good. She got
I
up in
wouldn't
the
go
house
to the
about
doctor
3
till
o'clock.
about 8 o'clock, and I said, well, I'll just suffer it out till the bottom. And I'll go to the doctor.
Her arm went to sleep.
Next
She
morning,
went
about
in her
3
bed.
o'clock,
I stayed out here
couldn't
till
lay no
almost 4
more.
before
I
the fire
called
went out.
Dr. Wilson, and she did.
We was working in the
She
garden.
said, I don't know what's wrong with him. Said he failed.
Go in the yard.
and he's
I built
hurting
her a
his
berry
stomach,
cage.
and
We
he
gotta
said,
build her another
something
one.
bad wrong with him.
Those are
He
birds
said, well,
going
I'll
to
be at
berries
the
up.
office in 20 minutes. And she said, well, we'll be there in 20 minutes. Carried me over and he run his finger up my ass. First thing he said, boy, you got cancer. You got to go to the
The
hospital.
officials put us up a flagpole. I gotta get some
I had to
paint
go to the
painted.
hospital.
I don't
They
know if I get it
operated
put up
on
today
it
or
then.
not.
They checked me up there,
Thinking
and they
about
said,
it.
boy, you got to have surgery right now.
She got her dragonfly
Had
tied to put on the
surgery.
pole.
And I never come to for 32 days. When I come to, they didn't think I was going to live no way.
I hope so.
And they took,
Shit, I gotta quit working
Half
in the
of the
yard. I
pole
gotta get on my
now.
barn tops.
put a colostomy on me.
Seal them. I think I'm
And,
gonna change my house top to
When I
silver.
come to,
Would leave my gutters and my
the doctor
Stuff.
came in and I said, Doc, I
Mom.
want you to tell me the truth. I don't want no
Vertigo.
lie about nothing. I want to know exactly
I
how
bought her
what
a
kind of
slide,
shape
a
I'm in."
glider to go on the front porch. I
He
gotta
said,
get up
son,
and put it
go
together.
home and make your will. I said, I got a will made. He
It's
said, I got
pretty, you'll
3
like it.
boys. He said, well, he said, you can't live long. It's like that, you know. And I said, hey, ain't no way. I said, I got 3
It's the coolest
three
place in town,
three
girl. We
kids,
sit out
and
here
I'm
at the
gonna see them
swing
till
all
they're
the time.
Grown, married, and see the grandkids. But he said, just keep it under your hat. I took 95
Cool.
chemotherapy treatments
Paige,
for 19
Paige got me a
months.
cook system for my fire
Tough.
pit. I done cooked with some chili on
70,
it,
80
some bacon and taters,
radium
some hot
treatments. They just
dogs.
burned me up.
Works pretty good.
I stayed off work. They got me. I tell you how bad a shape I was in. Pat filed
Yeah.
out insurance the first month. Filed for Social Security. Doctor filled it out. I got it the next month.
Oh, I tell
Wow.
you something else is good too.
Cause they
Make
said
vanilla
they
and
didn't know
chocolate ice
where that
cream
man would live
and
2
crunch a
months,
Buddy
or he
bar
might,
up in it.
might not live that
Tastes like
long.
you're eating ice
Anyway,
cream.
I
with
got it.
cone.
I made it
It's
3
awesome.
years,
It is.
and I couldn't even hardly walk. 3 years. I couldn't even wipe my butt. Kathleen would have to wipe my butt when I go to the bathroom. That's how bad.
Yeah.
And I got
Yeah.
where I could walk, get around, and I quit taking them treatments and done took
Yeah.
all them treatments. Called Social Security Board. I told them cut the Social Security off. September.
You know, you can take them cookies like I use, put your marshmallows in them, stack another cookie on top of the marshmallow,
Who's
and
he
zap it in the
talking to?
microwave.
Gina, I think.
Anyway,
Yeah.
they said, "What the hell you want your Social Security cut off for?" Lady Jackson.
I'm telling
I
you,
said,
girl.
"I'm going back to work."
But I can't eat but one of them damn
She
things.
said, "I can't take
When I
your
do it
damn
that way,
insurance.
it's rich
cut your
as
Social
hell.
Security off." So I've been doing this all my life. I ain't never had nobody ask me. Said, "Let's just call the main man, Baltimore, Maryland, over the insurance over."
All right, baby, we
Medicare.
love you.
I said, "Okay, call him." Put him
Bye.
on speakerphone. He said, "Mr. Weaver," he said, what's the trouble?" He said. I said, "I'm going back to work in January. Don't send me a check, and if you do, don't ask for it back, because you'll not get it back. I'm telling you now, you put it on a damn recording, what you want to do." "Well, why would you want to turn in $1,200 a month?" I said, $1,700 a week's different. And I said, "I'm going to work." They paid me and didn't cut my Medicare out till February or March of the next year. And I drawed a check just like it and went back to work. I worked till I had cancer 4 times and I deserved to be there for that. I had cancer about 3 or 4 years ago, come up on my hip, about the size of your damn thumb,
Mm-hmm.
and they wouldn't cut it out. Said it was had so much roots that they'd prayed it'd get down into him, it'd go all over me, so they just burned it out. I took 45 radium treatments, they burnt my ass up. But I made it, got rid of it.
Yeah.
One on my arm there, they cut it out. I didn't have to take no treatments all it. But I'm just glad I wake up in the morning.
That's it. I'm so ready to be at home all the time. I'm so ready to retire. I'm sick of the fucking road.
Many a damn time I've been at work, and I'd say, "Boy, them damn little trees look so good at home." I know now, me and Abe's down in Florida, kids, they moved down there with us and stayed, went to school for a while, and then they moved back. Had some little water oak trees. They was all leaved out. We was down there one day. We was eating lunch, and it just almost tears come out. Won't come to the house. He said, "How bad you want to go home?" I said, "Bad." He said, "Let's just quit." I said, "Okay." We just got their damn tools, went out there and had a brand new El Camino, drove it over to the airport, got us a ticket home, flew home.
Mm-hmm.
About 4 o'clock that evening, boss man called. Where the hell y'all at?" "We in Tennessee." "What are you doing in Tennessee?" I said, "We just quit." "No, hell, you can't quit," he said. I said, "The hell I can." I said, "I just quit." I just hung the phone up. He called Avis. Avis said, "Yeah, we quit." But he said, "Y'all got to come back to work." Avis said, "No, we don't have to come back to work." He hung the phone up. He called me back. I just hung son of a bitch up. He called me 3 or 4 or 5 times, called Avis. He said, "I tell you what, I'm going to pay you for this whole week. I'm going to pay you plane fare, and I'm going to give you a $5 hour raise to come back." I said, "If Avis says so, be okay with me." He said, "Well, I'll call Avis." He called Avis. Avis said, "I don't know about that shit." He said, "Well, Berlin said if it's all right with you." He said, "All right." He said, "Kitchen's a damn plane. I'll pay for it. Pay for you going home. Pay you all the week, this week and last week, what you missed. Pay you, it's like you work. Give you $5 an hour raise. And that'll be on what you missed work." So we went back down there. We had about 2 years to do that rest of that job. Well, we got through. We was working for Hardaway Construction Company out of Nashville. He come down there one day and he said, "I want you boys sign a contract with me." I said, "What do you mean sign a contract?" He said, "Work for me for 7 years down the coast here down towards Florida." I said, "You can stick that son of a bitch up your ass, because when this job's over, we're leaving, and I ain't coming back to Florida, because I don't like down here in the first damn place." We left too, but we got through that job. I carried the